Hi, welcome to our channel. Now, as promised earlier, we are coming back with a new series called Picks of the Week. So, in this, what we have tried to do is try to arrive at, say, two, three, or four positions which we can think of trading or entering in this coming week after having analyzed about hundreds or hundred odd stocks. Now, before we get into the stocks and the levels, etc., would like to make it slightly clear that this is our analysis, and if you are willing to take any positions, do your own research, own analysis first, and then take a or make a decision. It should be a, an educated kind of a decision, so that because you're probably going to risk your capital on this. Now, understand that we may also make mistakes, and we don't want our views influencing people to make certain trades in the market. Please do your own research before taking any positions. So, let's get back to our stocks. So, the first one is Reliance. We are at 75. Okay. Now we switch to daily. Now all these stocks that we are looking at are either in a daily or a weekly time frame, so that we are looking for a medium term range stocks, something that would probably give us the targets reaching in next 1 to 3 months is what the view is, right? So Reliance, if you see from say July 24, it's been correcting a great deal, and it seems to have stabilized a little. Now, with this particular view, we are expecting Reliance to rally to a very short-term target, which is 1355, with a stop loss of 1200. Now, note that this is not a very attractive risk reward. We It's slightly more riskier trade, not a conventional risk reward of two or more than that. It's not falling into that range. However, it looks like the target is the reason I'm sort of putting it into the list is because it may reach the target pretty soon. And if we are able to manage this risk a little, we can, whether or not if we want to decide, we can trade into this. Now, the second one is Avenue Supermarts, that's DMart. The DMart is also it's a pretty interesting one. I'll switch to weekly for a while just to give a sense of what has happened. Since 2022, I think mid of it, or no, it's pretty end of 2021 from where the top was formed. It's been in a sideways trend. It's taking a long time to get out of this whole thing. We don't think that the correction is still over. We may see this correction continuing for a little while. It can get into a sideways kind of a movement still, but we are expecting it to reach about the 61% mark, and that's what the target is. So the target is pretty distant from where we are currently, and we expect it could reach in about 1 to 2 months time. It's a decent risk reward of 2.74, and this is the kind of things that we want to see, right? Pretty standard. Still, the correction is not over, but we can look for a short to medium term trade in this. Now, the next one is IRCTC. Now, IRCTC has been one of the favorite stocks of many people because of the kind of listing it had given and the kind of rally which followed after that. Now, since the top was made in say May 24, this has corrected a great deal again, and we can see that this is something like a triple correction here. Now, this triple correction is marking an end of at least the first leg of correction here. So, the target is also pretty small and pretty, I would say, pessimistic. It can go further, but the minimum target it can go is 859 with a stop loss of 735, and it has a decent risk reward of 2.1. So, this falls into that standard range of a good stock kind of a criteria. And the last one we'll see is Bharat Forge. Okay. Now this is an interesting one because firstly this also has gotten into a complex kind of correction, and it may be just the one leg of correction getting over, but again I'm going with a very pessimistic or very conservative kind of view and don't expect it to go very high. So my minimum target that I'm keeping is 1380, but we are very close to where the low is currently. So this is one opportunity of bottom fishing, or we are attempting to do so. Now the problem here is, compared to the other case, say a Reliance or a IRCTC case, that the stop loss was slightly farther. There was a bigger gap in the current price and where the stop loss had been, but here the gap is narrow. So currently we are at, I think, 1140, and I'm keeping a stop loss at 1100. Now this is something slightly tricky because the price can just move to 1100, hit the stop loss, and continue rally in the direction that I'm expecting it to move. This is very much possible, and that's the risk we'll have to manage in this case. Now here also, not very big fan of support and resistance and things like that, uh, but it is where I feel the bottom could be, and 1100, though it's a small stop loss, I'll stick to that, and maybe if it does, then no choice, I'll have to exit, but I'll go ahead with a narrow stop loss in this case. That gives a very decent risk reward, which is 12, roughly 12. It's not like a accurate number, but this can turn out to be a good entry, and if it hits, it's a very decent profit in the shorter time. So that was about it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do subscribe and do share the content with your loved ones. Also, I'm again sort of reiterating that these are our views, and do your own analysis before making any trades or before taking any trades. And if you like this kind of content, do share it with a lot of people. Thank you so much.